We appreciate that very much, and we've seen since we were listed as one of the first batch of countries that were allowed, whose citizens were allowed to come for tourism for, I think, 30 days with a free visa, that our tourism to Indonesia has increased. We appreciate that very much, and we also very much understand that the Indonesian government is expecting reciprocity on that, and is hoping that in the future visa waiver, so visa-free status will be given to Indonesian nationals, and that is something that we are, as Belgians, absolutely convinced should happen in the future and will happen in the future. And we also see through the statistics that very few Indonesians coming to Europe for tourism remain in Europe. This is a general trend that Indonesians always come back to Indonesia. Very often our immigration officers are very surprised by that, but I'm not, because I live in Indonesia and I know why people always come back to Indonesia. This being said, in the very near future, we don't see it happening, because the decision can't be taken at the Belgian level. And our ministers have been meeting with Ibu Retno Marsudi, and have been meeting with Pak Rizal Ramli and others, and said, we understand there must be definitely a perspective for visa reciprocity, but it is a decision that has to be taken by all the European countries together. We favor it, but it will take some time. Unfortunately, it will not be on time for Lebaran, and maybe not for the next one, but we are convinced it will happen, and we want it to happen. And the perspective is there. We were talking about Europe. Very often things go slowly because we need a consensus, but the perspective is there. And we very much appreciate having so many young Indonesians and less young Indonesians wanting to visit Bruges, to visit Brussels, to visit Ghent, Liège, or Antwerp. So,
decision next year, maybe?
Well, every year the European Commission presents a list of countries for the visa waiver. There has been a list that has been presented recently based on all the commitments for a number of Balkan countries and, if I remember well, East European countries. So there will be a list next year and the year after, and we will make sure, as Belgium, within the European institutions, that the Indonesia issue remains on the agenda. So I couldn't tell you why, because I only know the position of Belgium. I don't know the position of all the other countries, but I want to be quite optimistic. All of the above. It's very difficult for me, because I'm the ambassador for the whole of Belgium. So if I tell you to go to Bruges, people from Liège will tell me, but why is he trying to promote that city? And if I tell you to go to Ghent, people in Namur will tell me. So, but the great thing about Belgium is that the whole of Belgium is the size of West Java. So actually, if you go to Belgium, you can probably go almost everywhere in Belgium. The not to miss, I think the surprise package of Belgium is the city of Ghent. It's very close to the capital, and it's beautiful. Bruges, you've heard about it, the medieval city, the Venice of the north. But don't forget also the south of the country. Very good food, beautiful forests, the mountains are not very big, but for Dutch people or for Belgian people from the north, they're mountains. So I would certainly advise to go to Ghent, to go to Liège, and not miss my city in the center. That's the capital. That's Brussels. And enjoy, as I was saying earlier, a number of restaurants in the center of Brussels. Like in every city, don't go too much in the center. They're good restaurants, but they're usually quite expensive. So just try to go a little bit around the center, in the places where Belgian people go, in the places where Belgians go and have their steak and fries, where people go and have their chocolate mousse, when people go and have their waffles, when people go and have their boulettes, that meatballs that we are very keen on, fish, eels are very famous in Belgium. We eat them in a green sauce, herrings. So everywhere, if the time allows it, and if you like it, the Belgian beers are very much, I should say, the best in the world. So that would be my my advice. But then we also have the port of Antwerp, the second largest port, and the city of the great Belgian painters of the 16th and 17th centuries. So if you want to go to Belgium, don't listen to the ambassador. Go on Google, and depending on what you like to eat, what you like to visit, if you like castles, and we have more castles per square kilometer than any country in the world, or if you like modern art, or if you like modern architecture, or old architecture, just Google Belgium and whatever you like, and you will find it. Skiing is a bit more difficult. We have lovely beaches, but sometimes the sea is a little bit cold. But whatever you want to find in Europe, you will find it in Belgium. And not to forget that if you take the train, you're just an hour from Paris. You're just an hour and a half, 2 hours from Amsterdam, from London. So it's also the right way to enter Europe, to discover the rest of Europe.